If you are finding my videos useful and would like to help the channel out, on top of liking and subscribing, probably the best thing you could do is to tell other people doing the exam about my channel. Maybe you could share this video in a class WhatsApp group. Then if you feel I've really deserved it and you would like to buy me a coffee, you could become a member on YouTube or on Patreon. You should find links to that in the description below. In question 4, we're given this drawing here with the 2 points A and B and a line put between them. And for part 1, they want us to find the slope of this line, the slope of this AB. Again, we have a formula for that. The formula, it's in your book, you don't have to remember it, but you probably should have studied it enough that you probably do. M is equal to y2 minus y1 divided by x2 minus x1. What's x1 and y1 and so on? Well, we have 2 points. Let's write them both out. The A point is, I'll read it off here, minus 5, 3. It's the point minus 5 and 3, and the B point is at 2 and 0. Now you could go ahead and use these the other way around, but I'm going to say this is my first one, x1, y1, and this is my second one, x2, y2. It wouldn't matter if you mix that up, you would still get the same answer. The slope of this line is the same as the slope of that line. Okay, so let's put that into the formula. y2 is 0 minus y1 is 3 divided by x2 is 2 and minus x1 is minus 5. That's the only tricky part. 2 minuses, minus multiplied by a minus is a plus. So the top row, you have nothing, you take 3 away from nothing, you have minus 3. The bottom row is 2 plus 5, you have 7. That's your slope. Your slope usually comes out looking as a fraction. For part 2, they want you to find the equation of this line. Very common, you'll nearly definitely be asked this question, and usually you'll be asked to find the slope first, because the equation for, or the formula for an equation, it looks like this: y minus y1 is equal to m multiplied by x minus x1. M is in that. You need m to get the equation, and it's a good thing we found m down here. Okay, so what you need is 1 point. X and y stay there. You don't change x and y. You want an x or y in your answer. So you just need this 1 point, x1, y1. We'll go ahead and use this point here, but you could, if you want, to use this one. You'll get to, actually, you know what, I'll do the question twice just to show you you'll get the same answer each time. Okay, first time I'll do it, I'll say y minus y1, I'll put 3 in. I'll take this 3 and put it in. Equals minus 3 over 7. I'm putting this guy in for m. Multiplied by x minus 5. Okay, let's start cleaning this up. First of all, this could be turned into a plus. Next, let's get rid of this fraction. You're often going to have a fraction here when you're doing an equation of a line. I like to just multiply everyone by this bottom row first. Let's get rid of it. Multiply everyone on the left by this bottom row. It gets 7y minus 3 times 7 is 21. Everyone on the right, this is already multiplying everyone on the right. So it'll do just to multiply this, and it'll cancel it. So we have minus 3 x plus 5. Next, I like to multiply this bracket in. Again, this is very common and very standard question to come up. We just multiply this in to get rid of this bracket. So on the left we'll have 7y minus 21 is equal to minus 3x. Minus 3 multiplied by x is minus 3x. Minus 3 multiplied by 5 is minus 15. That's it. That's the equation of a line already. Just one last thing. They wanted it in a fairly standard form. They wanted the x first, then the y, then the number, then an equals, then a 0. They want everyone on the left. So let's go ahead and do that. We'll move this guy over to the left. It was a minus, becomes a plus. We'll leave the 7y where it is. It's a plus 7y. There's no plus there, but it is a plus 7y. It's not a minus, so it has to be a plus. We'll leave the minus 21 where it is, and we'll move this minus 15 and become a plus 15. We'll leave the equals, and there's nothing left on the right. That's a 0. That's nearly what they want, except we just need to combine these two. 3x plus 7y. 15 minus 21 is minus 6. And that's the full answer. Let me quickly, I think I can squeeze it in here at the side. I won't do it as carefully as I did there. I'm going to use these numbers, and I would have advised probably to use, I would have used these numbers because there's a 0 in it. 0 makes everything easier. This would have been y minus y1 is 0. So we wouldn't have had anything there. If I'd used this as the y part, it would have equaled m minus 3 over 7 x minus 2. No minus minus to deal with either. This would have been much easier. Multiply everyone by 7. Multiply the minus 3 in. We get plus 6. Minus 3 times minus 2 is plus 6. Everyone over the left, we'd get 3x plus 7y minus 6 equals 0. Same answer. A little shorter doing it that way. Okay, on to part 3. We're dealing with this point up here. We're gonna fill this in and get a triangle. Before I do that, let me clean this off so we have a bit of room to do the maths. If you are finding my videos useful and would like to help the channel out, on top of liking and subscribing, probably the best thing you could do is to tell other people doing the exam about my channel. Maybe you could share this video in a class WhatsApp group. Then if you feel I've really deserved it and you would like to buy me a coffee, you could become a member on YouTube or on Patreon. You should find links to that in the description below. Okay, they want us to work out the area of a triangle ABC. Let's draw it in first. Straight across here. Okay, there's an easy way and a hard way to do this. I'm going to do the hard way first. It might be a bit of a strange way. I'm not sure if everyone would have seen it, but it's a quite easy way to remember. It's something you can study and you can do it every time. If they give you 3 points, 3 coordinate geometry points for a triangle, in this case they have, it's minus 5, 3, that's the A point, the B point is 2, 0, and the C point is 4, 3. If they give you 3 points, there is a formula to get the area of a triangle. Remember, this is the less common way. You might be seeing an easier, simpler way to do it. If you do, I will do that at the end. Let me do it this way first. That formula, let me write it down over here. Do I have it written down? I think I can remember. A is equal to a half the absolute value of, no, I need it. Okay, there it is there. X1, Y2 minus X2, Y1. That's the formula. You need 2 points for this. X1, Y1, X2, Y2. The problem is we have 3 points for a triangle. So this formula only works if one of these points is 0, 0. And it's not 0, 0. But there's a handy trick to make any triangle one of them 0, 0. Just move it. We're talking about area. Who cares if I do this triangle or I do, let's see, this triangle. I've moved this slightly to the left. It's easy enough to do. Every point just moves 2 to the left. Instead of minus 5, 3, it becomes minus 7, 3. Instead of 2, 0, it becomes 0, 0, just like I wanted. Instead of 4, 3, it becomes 2, 3. And I use this point here, x1, y1, x2, y2 in this formula, and I'll find the area. So this equals a half. X1 is minus 7 multiplied by 3 minus 2 times 3. So minus 2 times 3. Let's clean this up a bit. We have a half 21 minus 21 minus 3 minus 7 by 3 is minus 21 minus another 6. Clean that up here. It's a half absolute value of minus 27. Remember what these two lines meant all the way along here. I never said, but if we get a minus in there, we can just change it to a plus. That's it just means make sure something's always a plus. So this is the same as a half times 27. We'll leave that 27 over 2. But of course you can write that as 13.5 as well. That's the answer. That's full marks for the answer. It's not the way I would expect a lot of students to do it. I'm going to draw this triangle one more time. Most students, when they think triangle and they think area, they think half the base by the height. So I want to ask you, what is this length here? Because we can get it. What's this length here? Because we can get it just from this picture. Apologies for the second drawing on it, obviously. The length from C down to the A here. What length is that? This is at -5. This guy is at 4. This length here is 9. You can do the length formula, but you don't have to. It's simply all the way from 4 down to -5. It's 9 long. How high is it here? It starts at 0, goes all the way up to 3. It's 3. That's it. Half the base is a half times 9 times the height 3. It's 27/2. Same answer if we did it that way. In part B, they give us 2 lines, L and K. Line L they write like this, and line K they write like this. This is the 2 common ways to write a line. In the previous question, they wanted the answer to look like this one. I've got to say, I don't like this one. It doesn't do anything useful for me. I'm sure there is a reason for it that I can't think of. But it's not great. This one though tells you lots about a line. This is a great way to write a line. And in this question we're going to see why. Because they ask us, are these 2 lines parallel? Are they perpendicular? Or are they neither? How do we find that out? You should be thinking about their slopes at this point. If we can find out the slope of both of these lines, you can tell if they're parallel. If they're the same, they're parallel. If they multiply each other and get -1, they're perpendicular. And if neither of them happen, they're neither. So it's all about getting the slope. How do you get the slope of these lines? This one is very easy. The slope, once y is on its own, y equals, the slope is just what's in front of the x. So for, we'll call it m with a little l. The slope of L is equal to 2/3. Very easy. To find the slope of this one, it's not too hard. We just rearrange it the same way this is. So let's take that line out again. 2x plus 3y minus 7 equals 0. I'm going to move everything until y is on its own. Because once y is on its own, it's very easy to see the slope. Okay, what needs to be moved for y to be on its own? Let's move 7 over and move 2x over. So we leave y where it is, 3y where it is. We'll deal with 3 later. The 2x, that becomes a minus 2x. The minus 7, that becomes a plus 7. Next, let's move this 3 over. It's a little more complicated to move the 3, especially to make it look like this. What we're doing is we're dividing the left by 3. So we need to, everyone on the left gets divided by 3. That's how we destroyed it. Everyone on the right needs to get divided by 3. So the minus 2 gets divided by 3, and the 7 gets divided by 3. But now we can just look at this and say the slope of k is equal to minus 2/3. So now we can answer this question. Are they parallel? Some students might have said yes, because they look similar, don't they? But they're not. They're one is 2/3, the other is minus 2/3. That's very different. One goes up, the other goes down. That's what minus does. Are they perpendicular? Maybe. Well, I can straight away say no. We can already say no, because a lot of students will remember, turn it upside down and change the sign. This has changed signs, but it hasn't turned upside down. But let's do that a bit more carefully. If they're perpendicular, this will happen. ML multiplied by MK will equal -1. So let's test that. 2/3 multiplied by minus 2/3. Let's put a bracket, be very careful here. 2 minus by a plus, we'll get a minus. 2 by 2, we'll get a 4. 3 by 3, we'll get a 9. That is not -1. So that one's out. So the answer to this question is to tick the neither box. And that's it for question 4. If you have any follow-up questions, or if you see any mistake I made, let me know in the comments. Do me a favour, tell me where in the question you're talking about. It helps me answer you. Thanks for watching. Have a great day.